There's something when it comes to coaching and personal development that if you're sitting on the sidelines with it, you're not fully invested with it, you're not working towards it, you don't deserve it. You should not be there. Do not be a fanboy of, the fitness magazines and the greatest diet. Do not be a fanboy of the personal growth, whatever industry and quote back Eckhart Tolle things and think that you're enlightened. Do not be a fanboy of anything. Man, what your life is worth and your potential takes work, and it's awesome. And when you get there, it's great. But the problem is when we create this culture of easy, quick fixes. Oh, you can have it right away. Oh, it's simple. And if you just say this line and just get this piece of knowledge, you got it. Man, don't get me wrong. You need knowledge. You need technique. You need things that give you leverage. You may need things that are a hack. But if you live with that being your first thing, you're not going to fucking get anywhere, and you do not deserve and you should not be involved in bettering yourself. You're not there yet, and I'm not saying that because you're less of a human being and you shouldn't be involved in your own personal growth and potential, because it is probably great. But I'm saying that because in order for you to get anywhere with anything, you have to put yourself into it. You have to work. You have to do that. And I'm stating this because there's this crazy fucking phenomenon that happens in my industry. This is amazing. I can't believe I get text message or emails like this. It's like, man, learn some fucking tact. But there was a guy, he came to do one of my workshops. I actually offered him a free slot on one of my courses because I was like, hey man, like nothing asked for. And then he decided he wanted to do a workshop. I sold him at a massive discount because he was really nice to me, gave me some cool stuff, and basically half off. And he showed up, and as soon as we started asking him about, examine yourself, look at yourself, write this down. What are you afraid of? What are you really afraid of? Oh no, you're not just afraid of like rejection. You're afraid of that person rejecting you. And you might think that you're a flawed human being. We all think that. Let's talk about it. Let's get there. Let's figure out how to put that out in the world and empower yourself so you're not living with the baggage of fear, of self-doubt, moving into your decisions, your expressions, and your best parts of your life. So, left. All right. You left. You willingly left. So months later, I said, man, come back and come back whenever. Cool. No problem. We have a workshop. We have 10 a year. Come by. Doesn't come by. He's like, man, I want to do this other workshop, Steve. I want to do this other workshop with this guy, right? And can I have my money back? Man, really? So first off, if you're going to ask somebody for a refund, you don't ask in that way. Number two, man, the people that he was asking for and what they wanted. And this is a real thing. And I know this sounds like I'm talking shit, which I am talking shit, but goddamn, man, you know how much the fitness, self-help, and all these other industries have created a culture of men that fucking goes in this giant circle for years where you're dropping $20,000, $50,000 on bullshit and you wonder why you're frustrated. And then you build this culture of anger and frustration and not getting it, because you've invested in all this stuff and everybody's ripped you off. You have set your fucking life up for being ripped off. That's what happens when you're unwilling to commit. And I'll tell you this, man, there's a lot of bullshit teachers out there, but if you are willing to go balls to the wall and you sign up for the biggest dipshit in the world, and let's just take, the dating and seduction industry because I know it best, but you sign up for the biggest asshole fucking fraudulent motherfucker, but you're willing to put everything in. You're willing to go, man, this is my fucking life. I'm going to do it. And not putting on makeup and dressing up and all the stuff, but really diving into the fire. I mean, this was my story. I signed up with the most retarded group of pickup guys 10 years ago or 11 years ago. But I went all in. I actually had sex with people. I actually dated lots of women. I made sex my life. And quickly I transitioned out of it and go whoa, man, these guys are weird. They're actually not dating women or whatever. But go into it. Do it. Don't sit on the sidelines. Don't give yourself an option. Don't give yourself any of those things, because if you do that, you're only going to find what's bright, shiny, what looks good, what sounds too good to be true. And guess what? It's not going to fucking work. All right. And that's going to be your life. And what do? You create, you say that what you believe in, who you are, isn't worth change, isn't worth bettering yourself. Man, there's great potential in every single human being out there. Independent of looks, independent of social status, independent of all the stuff that society kind of says, like, hey, this is the thing, be, Bruce Jenner and fucking tape your dick back and all that sort of stuff. And good for him, if that's what he wanted, to become Caitlyn and all that sort of stuff. But man, your life has so much meaning. The happiest things in my life are the moments that I have that nobody gives a shit about, that nobody's around to judge, that nobody's around to give me adoration. And man, that's what you got to work for. And that's only going to come from you putting yourself on the line. Look, don't be a fucking pussy. Don't be a guy that dances around stuff. Be a guy that commits to something, does it. You're going to be a lot better off. You're going to sift through the bullshit. You really want to see what the black and white yes or no answer is. You got to swim through the gray area of life of all the unknowns, and then you'll fucking get it, man. Have a conversation with me after that, and hopefully you learn something. But man, if you're on that road, maybe you deserve to fucking spend $20,000 to $30,000 to $50,000 of stupid tax just to get there. All right, done.